All right, so most of you have probably actually don't have women. That's understandable. That's what I'm here for. So today we're going to continue on down this pathway of bachelor cooking. You know, one meal probably got you guys by for the last year since my video, but maybe it's about time we start something else now. So just as always, got myself a beer at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. My cameraman has a beer as well, and we're going to start ourselves some cooking. Aha! We're going to cook on this today. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is get ourselves an ingredient we can work with. So we're going to cook bacon in 2 pounds. Now the reason we cook with 2 pounds is this is a very versatile ingredient that can go into lots of different dishes. Also, if I'm just craving a snack, you know, I got 60 seconds between my games and, you know, Call of Duty, or I'm playing, you know, power grinding and WoW, I need to get some quick food. So really, when you cook, there really is only one knife in the kitchen, and that's the butcher knife. This is the knife that you use for everything from fillets to onions to whatever. And normally when I cook, this would be frozen, and I would actually place it on the grill frozen, just full-fledged frozen. Because it's going to cook eventually, so why waste time in microwaves when you can put it on a hot stove? Alright, most of you probably aren't familiar with this thing I have on my stove right now. I don't even know what its name is, but it's not a pot. You might have one in your house if other people have lived there and left it behind. And it's what we would normally prefer to use to cook bacon on. And we'll actually just go like this. Oh, plastic. It's good to put it on before it gets too hot, because now I have the time to actually spread it out a little bit. So, let me break down how my day went today. I stayed up until 2 in the morning playing Call of Duty last night since I had today off. Woke up about 10:30. Immediately got some ingredients together and started drinking by 1. It's a day off. The reason I'm cooking this bacon on a day off is that way I have something in the fridge for the next 3 or 4 days while I'm doing schoolwork and going to work. So this is like my preparation phase right here. This is the most pre-planned cooking I normally do. Is maybe cooking a couple of pounds of bacon or some other meat and having it available in the fridge for whatever else I need it for the next couple of days. As it starts to cook a little bit, it's going to be easier to separate them into individual strips. So you can just kind of keep on playing with your little kind of pound blobs. Just kind of shake them around, and eventually they'll become those individual strips you would normally see on television. Another good thing to note is these bacons were $2.50 each. That's only because bacon's gone up $1 a pound or per package over the last year. Because bacon's gotten so popular, supply has kind of dropped because we're eating so much of it. But think about 2 strips of bacon at a restaurant. It's like, what, $2? When I can get 40 strips for 5? So the minimal amount of effort it takes to cook your own bacon is worth it, because you're getting 10 times as much bacon for the price. And your house smells like bacon, so how is that a bad thing? Well, and that's the thing. So in cooking shows, people always seem busy, but really when you're cooking, you have a lot of downtime. So as I said last time, text the ladies, get your drink on, do some homework. I might go level my Enchantress and Pocket Legends right now, just because I got the time. And that's real cooking. That's real life cooking. Whoa, that is a fatty piece of bacon. Although I will say, cooking bacon is painful, but that's kind of the price you pay to cook bacon. There's so much fat coming off of these right now, you can probably see it like jumping off of the pan. So just your little like nudges to make sure nothing's sticking is actually gonna burn your arm a little bit. It's a fact of life, get over it, you're a man, and you're cooking, so handle it. ladies. Look at me. Now look at your man. Now look at me cooking bacon. Give me a call when you're ready. Alright, so really the only prep work I have to do is get a plate. Like so. And then I'm going to grab about 4 paper towels because there's really going to be a lot of fat coming off this bacon and I want as much of it as possible to be absorbed into the paper towels. So this is where our bacon's going to go when it's finished. So as I said earlier, I might be a bachelor cook, but I'm not a messy cook. I'm not necessarily unhealthy. I just want it to be convenient. All right. We're about ready for the most imperative maneuver of this entire thing. I'm going to try and flip my bacon. Let's see how I do here. Woo! Oh, successful. So as you can see, because the bacon was kind of put together as a whole pound on the pan, just the edges are kind of crispy, except for our hotter side here. It's starting to cook all the way through. So as I said, just kind of separate them as you go. It's cooking, you just don't get that color like you would want. As I said, bacon has a lot of fat in it, so we're all very happy that's cooking off. Want to baste your bacon in its own fat. Just spread it around a little bit. So you don't have to pull everything off at the same time. It's totally okay. Bob Ross used to say, it's your world, it's your happy tree. If you want to pull the front bacon off first, pull the front bacon off first. All right, so let's try out this bacon. See how it's doing here. So, this whole bottom section is basically done. Look out for the beer. Look kind of the fat fall off of it. And use whatever tools you can to pick things up. So, if what you got is a cold beer can, use it to your advantage. So what you do is after it's done like this, you actually kind of engulf it. You see all that nasty like coloration? That is all fat. Our little catch of bacon fat is now spilling pretty much up over the entire pan. Whew, bacon has a lot of fat. Cheers. And part 1 of today's cooking is done. I have 2 pounds of a finished product. Whew, that's looking good.